Hi, Ken Berenger from OriginClear. You know, we think the biggest wealth creation event in the past 25 years has been unlocked, and we think it's going to unfold very similarly to the telecom boom of 20 years ago. Here's what I mean. Okay, so if you could recreate the telecom boom from 20 years ago today, which company would you buy? Which one would have been the best? The great answer is really didn't matter. Any one of those companies that were involved at the dawn of that innovation really did phenomenally well and now are part of a $2 trillion telecom market. Now, of course, we know today that everybody who invested early killed it. But in the beginning, the first 2 years were very rough for investors, right? Perfect example, AMT. In 2000, you bought, you were down big by 2002, and then of course, 100-fold rise in the next 15 or so years. Again, Crown Castle, an almost identical situation, and oddly enough, the turnaround happened almost to the day as it did with AMT. And rounding out the top three is SBA Communication. Yep, the chart is almost identical. So what can we learn from this? So if you really knew in your gut that cellular telecom was the future, you just didn't have the benefit of timing the market, how do you avoid selling into the weakness too soon and avoiding the 100-fold increase you would have seen? We think the attitude of getting paid to wait for the big thing to happen really solves the problem. Most of the early pioneer cellular telecom investors, if they were getting paid to wait, probably would not have sold too soon. We think the investment structure, getting paid double-digit yields to wait, could make all the difference in the world. So changing everything takes time. Fortunately, Einstein said that compound interest and time are the most powerful forces in the universe. We offer a 10% corporate bond that compounds annually. Your principal will double in 7 years. Now, if you want to redeem it earlier than that, you can at any time at 200% in stock. That's priced at the time of conversion, but you'll also get up to 400% warrant coverage, which you'll exercise only after you're already in the money. Here's what our structure would have looked like for an early telecom investors. As you can see, the first 7 years, early equity investors made no money. With our structure, they would have already been up 100% on their money in the first 7 years. They could then convert into 400% of their original investment. Instead of seeing a 100-fold return, had they had this structure, it would have been a 400-fold return. We finally built the ability for investors to own these micro utilities everywhere. Recession? No problem. Inflation? No problem. You want to depreciate it? We can do that too. But you're not banking on real estate and you're not banking on the oil commodities market. Now, we're going to own these at first. We're going to build a fund. We'll launch it. We'll figure out what we need to know. We'll have this great income generator, which is great for the investors. And then when we're ready, we'll launch a worldwide marketplace. So the launch of the marketplace was created to solve water company problems that we were experiencing, and we think everyone will join. Why? Long-term service contract income from water companies, dramatic increases in margins, and the ability to simply build and place systems anywhere they're needed with no selling necessary. And the reason it's easier for water companies is there's no more selling. You're simply supplying a need. Everything is turned into a very manageable operational expense. They can start with short-term rentals. They can finance it later. We can handle it all. The really exciting part long-term is that these assets will be available to simply pay the meter by the gallon or the ton, very much the way you pay for electric service now. So let's look at the next couple of years and where you come in. So step one, invest in a brand new kind of water company. Have all of the unlimited potential this presents, but get paid the entire time. Step two, launch the fund. We've got numerous investors standing by who really want an alternative to commercial real estate next year. We'll split the very generous yields with them, but we'll keep the asset with the hopes of utilizing that to help us uplist the company to NASDAQ. So step three, a little bit longer term, is launch that Airbnb for water. Just connect water companies, investors, and kind of perform more of a managed services model, which becomes just a cash cow that Wall Street absolutely loves. So what we build in the end here is a worldwide micro-utility asset class. Metered billing means that the more water that is treated in the world, the more money is made. That's the first time that's ever happened. We also think that that could make us really attractive to ESG funds in the future. So this is why we think we can do to water what cell towers did to telecom. We can change everything, and we'd love for you to join us. Would you book a call with me? And of course, I have to mention our safe harbor statement, which is here, and once again, the disclosures for this specific offering. So now you see why we're so excited. So if you're an accredited investor and really want to drill down and talk to me directly about how you can get involved in this, call me, 1-800-445 888-888-7427, or just set up a Zoom call on my calendar, oc.gold/Ken. Now, if you want to join us on our CEO briefing, we hold them every Thursday night, oc.gold/CEO. We hope to hear from you soon.